everyone, it's Imogen and welcome back to Colouring Kids. I hope you're having a wonderful day. In today's video, as you might have guessed, I'm doing my completed pages for June, and I can't believe that June is over already. It's gone so quickly, and I haven't done as many pages as I would have liked to, but the pages that I have done I am really pleased with, and I still managed to get 5 done, and I've got quite a few whips as well. I'm really excited for Christmas in July, and I'm actually doing a vlog at the moment, it's currently Tuesday the 30th, and it's been going from yesterday and it's going through till Sunday, so some of the whips that are in this video will probably be featured more in the vlog. So yeah, I'm just going to get started. So the first page, this was the first one that I actually completed as well, was Spruik Response by Thomas Love Tomic, and this is the first proper page that I have coloured in his book. I did one last year maybe, this one, which obviously is still a page but it's not a full page, but I did my first proper page, which was this one. So it was a whip from last month and I finished it this month. And I used markers for it. So I used markers and a bit of pencil, and then I went over with loads and loads of glitter and various gel pens. So most of it is my 80 marker set that I got, and then I've gone over with glitter gel pens, Pentel Hybrid Dual Metallics, a gold jelly roll. I think that's it. And with the colour palette, I kind of wanted to play around with it a bit, kind of have obviously the apple trees but not do them green. I took inspiration a bit from Colouring F's picture. I remember her doing trees quite similar to this, and I really liked how they turned out. And in terms of the pencils, I actually used the W.H. Smith pencils, which I haven't used for a long time, and recently I sorted through all my cupboard, and the tin was underneath a few other things and I hadn't used them for a while, so I thought I would give them a go, and they were great. So yeah, I'm really happy with this one. The only thing I struggled with was the streaking in the background, because I'm not that good with markers yet. Even for bases, sometimes I can't get a flat coverage, so it is hard sometimes. But I think for my, one of my first attempts doing the markers, I'm pleased with how it turned out. So that is from Spruik Response by Thomas Love Tomic. I've only got a small window of time to do this video. I mean, I've still got an hour. I'm teaching in an hour, but I have got to do a few other things to get ready for it, but this will probably still be a long video. Okay, so we now have Mermaids in Paradise, Zendoodle Colouring. It's a Zendoodle colouring book, and it's by Denise Klett, and the page I did in here, and excuse the page flags, whatever you want to call them, I can't remember, sticky notes, that's it. A wipe was on them, and they've got discoloured a bit, but oh well. So this is the one that I did, and for this page I wanted to test out the new pastels I'd got. I might just quickly show you them now, because I don't think I've shown them. Here, okay, so actually I must have shown them before, but about a month or so ago I got these Rembrandt pastels, because my other ones aren't very pigmented, and I was having a bit of a hard time getting a good coverage of colour. So this is a 60 set of half sticks, a beautiful variety of colours, and there are some really nice light ones, and my mum actually had the 30 set and I still have them, but obviously they're quite old and some of the colours aren't that good. They don't have good pigmentation, and some of the colours in here are very similar, which is great because I loved the colours in that set. So I really wanted to test them out because I hadn't used them in a book yet. Sorry, just excuse me, I need to put these on the floor. There we go. So yeah, I wanted to test them out on this page, and I also used my markers. So I just did a base of markers. I did a bit of blending within the birds, just with the markers, just to test how they would work. And then I just did a base of everything else. I've got Pentel Hybrid Dual Metallic and glitter jelly rolls for this, so nothing fancy. And then yeah, I did the background and I was really happy with how it came out. So obviously that's the marker that came through. But yeah, it was a very, very simple page. I just wanted something that had a big open background to test the pastels with. It seems quite dark in here, but it's quite light outside still, but apologies if there was a bit of shadow then. So yeah, that is this page. So I was really happy with how that turned out. Okay, so the next book is Middernacht Masquerade by Hannah Carlson. This is her new book, which is Midnight Masquerade. Now, I've got the Dutch edition, not the Swedish edition, and one thing to note about this is that there is a printing error. You get an extra picture at the back. It doesn't bother me at all. I could take one of the pages out if I wanted to, but I don't really want to. I might, but I really, really like this page. So there's 2 of those, and also some of the pages are one-sided and some of the pages aren't. So you can see there's a double spread here and then a single, but where this page is a double spread, you do still have an image on the right hand side. So it's very similar to the Tomislav Tomic books in the sense that even though it is kind of single-sided, it's not quite. But I really, really don't care because I absolutely love the paper in this. If you've got Dream Reese, it's pretty much the same paper. In fact, I think this is the same paper as the Tomislav Tomic books. But I absolutely love it, and I love the size as well because it's smaller than her other books, and it's just gorgeous. So yeah, if you don't want the printing error and you want the format to be double-sided as usual, then go for the Swedish one or the English one when it comes out. But this is the one that I did, and I was kind of at the stage in the month where I'd only got a few pictures done, and I was a bit worried just because I would literally have nothing to show you guys, and I wanted to desperately do a page in this book, and I actually did this for the colouring checklist challenge. So this counts for the one where it says pick a page, colour a page that your partner or family member picks. So my mum picked 4 pages from different books, and this is one of them. I'm working on another one at the moment, and there's 2 others that I hope to get to at some point. So yeah, this was the one that she really liked, so I decided to do it, and seeing as it was the nameplate page, it was even better. So for this I used pencil, obviously, and then for the shimmery bits I just used a gold ink and a pearlescent ink, and then a gold and silver gel pen for the lines. So I will just quickly show you now. This is the pearlescent liquid acrylic. It's not actually an ink, my apologies. And this is the De Laroni one, and that one's lovely. And also the Winsor & Newton gold ink. Now mine has kind of split a bit, so you really do have to give it a shake when you're using it, but it did work okay, and I did put a few layers on it, but it did not go through, which is lovely. As I mentioned in my other videos, I'm trying to be more aware of doing the colour alongs, so I don't think that this was for any of the colour alongs. However, and I did forget them, the page that I just showed you from Mermaids in Paradise was for the where is it? Purple Flowers in June, hosted by Crayoniverse _colouring, and A Girl with Purple Flowers _Nirma colouring. So those were the 2 that I did for that. And then the True Picture from Spruik Response counted for Green _Life, hosted by Julia 13.T7, which was colour any pages with trees. So my apologies for not showing you then. I didn't have time to write down all of them on the sticky notes, so I'm reading from there. But yeah, I was really happy with how this one turned out. I used pencil for all the background. I mainly used Prismacolor on the fur, Holbein for the background, Polychromos for the what's it called, for the clothing. And then yeah, so that's pretty much it for this one. It was quite simple, and I love the paper. so lovely. And I decided that I wanted to do a bordered type effect. I'd seen Passionista Colorista do it, and I really thought that it was gorgeous. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it for this when I get around to doing it at some point. I might just do a gradiated background, but I loved it. And my lines aren't completely straight either, which I think kind of adds to it. I quite like that. So yeah, that's that page. Really loved doing that one. Right, I'm just going to move a couple of books because I've got my art and stuff to show you afterwards. So next one is the Disney Dreams collection by Thomas Kincaid, and this is the colouring book of his artwork. So this is a new book that I got, I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the month, along with the Midnight Masquerade book and a couple of others. So I love this book, and I've just done a video showing how I white out the black lines in there, so if you would like to see that, by all means go ahead. I just love it, and I was really intimidated by it, and I had never got it, but I decided to, and I've started a picture in it. So the whip I'm working on at the moment is this one, and you will have seen me colour a tiny portion of this on the video and show how I white out the lines. So for this so far, I've used a mixture of pencils, mainly Prismacolors, actually no, just Prismacolors and Holbeins. So if you didn't see the swatch card video as well, I'm also using this to pick the colours from here, so matching them up, and that way I can get a better representation of the colours. But yeah, I decided to go with this one to begin with because it wasn't too detailed, and I know it's still ridiculously detailed, but the stone and stuff will be really fun to do, and it's not too bad. I'm looking forward to doing these flowers as well. It's just all of these flowery bits up here which I'm a bit wary about, so we'll see how that goes. The thing that I found the most tricky on this page was the flames, and if you saw my video you'll know that they didn't go quite how I wanted them to go, because it's such a light colour. It's really hard to white out that much amount, that amount of the black on the line, to be able to put yellow over it, and for it to be opaque. So it was quite hard to do that, but I did my best, and I'm really looking forward to working on this one a bit more. I can already tell that this is going to be a whip for many months. It's not something that I want to rush, and you know, it's one of those pages where you do have to put a lot of work in, but I'm prepared to do that, and I'm really looking forward to working on it more because it's just absolutely gorgeous. If you haven't seen this before, you basically get all of the paintings. I think they're royal paintings on one side, and then the line art, and the line art is very well done. You know, they do match up very well, so yeah, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Love this book so much. That's the Disney Dreams collection by Thomas Kincaid. Next one, I am working in the flower year again. I'm really happy. I've started a whip in this. I've now got 3 whips in this book. As you know, I've got 2 that I never have come back to. Quickly show you them. I haven't finished them. It's not there, is it? This one, and also a September one. Here, started these flowers, so it's going to be a while before I come back to those. But the one I have started is this one, and this is in the July section, I believe, so I thought I'd get a bit of a head start and try and start it. I'm not necessarily going to get it done by July. I've kind of decided with this to take my time and not worry if I don't get the 2 pages done a month. I still haven't done the May picture, this one, still haven't done it yet. But yeah, I'm working on this one so far. These are all of the colours. Oh, it's not going to show up very well, is it? The for some reason the pink does not work well when it's in the light. Really sorry about that. I'll read them out for you. So I'm using a mixture of Holbein and Prismacolor. So in the Holbein, for these lighter ones here, we've got fuchsia, cream and white, and for the Prismacolor we've got deco pink and cream. And then for the darker pink ones up here, for Prismacolor we have magenta, pink, blush pink and deco peach, and then the white Holbein again. So they are the colours I'm using, if you would like to know. But yeah, I really love the wreath type effects that Layla does on her pictures. They're kind of my favourite sorts of pages to do. I just really like wreaths. I did the Christmas one here. And yeah, even though it's a double page spread, it doesn't overwhelm me like some of them do. So I think this will be really nice to work on. Hopefully I'll get a bit more done. I did search up some colours for the sweet peas just so that I could try and make them look more realistic in terms of the colour. But yeah, that's what I've done so far. Obviously it's not a lot, it's by no means finished, but I hope to work on this a bit more this month. So I'm kind of not worrying at the moment if I have whips. I'm kind of just working on what I want to work on. But July obviously should be a fairly good month in terms of pages being completed, because I break up from school in the middle of July, and then August should be amazing because I have the whole of August off. So we will see. Hopefully I will have a few more pages than usual. So next we have Tenderful Enchantments by Clara Markova, and this is a whip that I'm working on at the moment. So this is another page that my mum picked that she really liked, and this is what I have done so far. So I've also been showing this on my blog, so you will see kind of after this video you will see how it's developed over the week. So far I've done the raspberries, the red berries and the gooseberries, and then some of the background. So I'm layering the background currently on this. I didn't get as much colouring done yesterday as I would have liked to, so that's why it's still in the process of being done. Also in my vlog I showed you a small order that I got from Cult Pens, and I really needed some new Jelly Roll glazes because I'd used them quite a lot in an Ivy and Ink butterfly picture that I'm going to show you, but I need it for this bottle because I want to make it really shiny and gorgeous. So I really needed it to be able to move further with the bottle because my other glaze is coming to an end. So yeah, this is this page so far. So I'm actually using a colour palette for this page. So let me show you. I have also shown this in my vlog, so you will see it briefly, but I'm doing this colour palette and also this colour palette combined. So this colour was kind of the red berries and the raspberry colour. This blue here, along with the lighter ones, is kind of my background colour. And obviously the greens here kind of match the gooseberries. So I'm not staying rigidly to the colour palettes, but I'm kind of taking inspiration from them. And I have shown this in a couple of videos. This is the Practical Colour Combinations by Naomi Kuno. So I'd really recommend this book. It's got so many gorgeous palettes. And yeah, it's amazing. So that is what I'm doing on this page so far, and I'm really enjoying it. It's my second page in this book that I am doing, and it's a different kind of background colour for me. I wouldn't usually go for it because, you know, it's more of a kind of misty blue rather than a brighter blue, you know, a bit different to this sort of blue that I did for this page. But it's really lovely to come back to this book, and I'm glad my mum chose that one. It was a really good choice. Okay, then we have Faerie Celebrations also by Clara Markova. You might have seen this page quite a lot. I did a fur tutorial. So it's this one. So this was a whip. When was it? It was a whip at the end of May. So you did see some of this in progress. I think I might have done all the birds and started the background. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I finished this one up. So with this, I really wanted to take my time and really try and get it how I wanted it to look. So it took me ages to decide what I wanted the cushion colour to be and stuff, but the background was what took me forever. So this effect that I was trying to go for was kind of like a cherry blossom effect. I really liked the way Shelley XLY kind of did her cherry blossom in a couple of her videos, I think. But yeah, I have a tutorial up on my channel for the fur if you would like to see that. And yeah, I was really pleased with how it turned out. So I've used lots of clear glitter jelly roll, a gold gel pen, and my fine liners, and oh my gosh, the Posca, the glitter Poscas, the purple one there. I tried to make the book that the cat and the birds are reading look like Faerie Celebrations, so I kind of have gone with the same sorts of colours just to tie it in. I really, really like it when her books include her books. Oh no, this obviously isn't her book, but especially in Fairy Miracles, some of her people and creatures in her books are reading the Tenderful Enchantments, which I think is not Tenderful Enchantments, Fairy Miracles, and also in Tenderful Enchantments. I'm not sure if they are in here. I'd have to go back and check, but I'm also so excited for Christmas in July, because there are some amazing Christmas pictures in these books, and I hope to get to at least one. I think the thing is with Christmas in July though, you don't want to overdo it, because obviously you get into that Christmas mood and then it's not actually Christmas, but I'm just so excited, and I really, really hope to get some pages done for Christmas in July. So yeah, I'm just really pleased with this one. It took me a while. I used glitter gel pen as well, and the ladybirds. As a side note, I didn't put any pictures up on my community tab, partly because it got to that point in the month where I hadn't really done that many pages and it wasn't worth me doing a post. Usually I like to try and put kind of 5 or so pages on a post now, but also I thought, well, if I've only got 5 pages done, then that's basically all that I will be showing in the video. So I thought it would be kind of nice to have them more as a surprise, because there weren't that many to show you, but hope you don't mind. But I will start doing the posts more and more. But yeah, that's this one. So I'm really excited to do more in here. I absolutely love this book. Her book's just gorgeous. I can't wait for her new one to come out. Hopefully it will be coming out in September, but obviously we don't know with all of the coronavirus things. So that is that one. Faerie Celebrations, also by Clara Markova. And then the last book is Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, of course. So the page, this is my old copy, the page that I have done in my new copy is this one. So I am trying to work in some sort of an order in this book. So this is my old page that I did. And at the time I was happy with them. I still am happy with them. I feel like with my colour palette I could have been a bit more, what's the word? Not precise. Maybe just, I don't know, like have a bit more intention within the colour palette. I kind of just put loads and loads of colours down, which is fine because I really do like how it turned out. But yeah, I will show you my new one now. So this is the page that I have done. So let me just move the paper. Do you know what? I've completely forgotten to tell you what that Faerie Celebrations was for. I am so sorry. It's because they're right here and I just can't remember. So that was for the Blue Skies in Summer, hosted by Effie Colours. That will be in her video that she does on her channel, so please go and check it out. I love seeing the videos. And it was for The Life is Better with Friends 2020, hosted by Caliger Inks _ World of Colour, and that is T on YouTube. But yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, pretty much. So this was the page that I did, and I was hesitant as to whether I would complete this page before the end of the month. I did a video, the Get to Know Me tag, about a week ago I think, and I was only just coming to this sort of section. I'd done a couple of things on the right side, but I had literally not done that much. And I really wanted to get it done because I didn't want it just sitting there uncoloured. I was conscious that obviously it wasn't even that detailed of a page compared to some others like this one, but I did want to get it done. And yeah, I actually really, really like it now. At first I wasn't really sure. There were a couple of bits that I was kind of worried hadn't you know, they hadn't turned out how I wanted them to, but no, I do like it now, and I loved using fine liners on this page. I used it so much. So I started out with the butterfly, and what I kind of did was took all the colours from the butterfly and put them into the different things. So we have lots of the pinks and purples here, the golden yellows, a few orange bits. I didn't want too much orange, and then the blue. So I kind of did that, and then there were a couple of areas where I thought I needed a bit of green, so I did a bluey green colour like this on the jewels, and then more of a actual green on some other bits. So aside from the pencils, which were mostly polychromos actually, and Holbein and a couple of Prismacolor, I use lots of fine liners, including 3 of the new ones that I've got. A Jelly Roll glaze in so many areas. I did it on this, which is kind of like a mirror. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that. I did it, used it on all of these bottles, and also on the boat in the bottle there. I used a gold Jelly Roll, a silver gel pen, Posca glitter gel pens, a silver glitter gel pen there on the butterfly, more glitter gel pens, and I think that's it. Oh, I used lots of glaze up here as well to give the effect of glass here. So yeah, I was really happy with how this one turned out, and it did take a while, but yeah, I was pleased with it. So I'm not sure whether the next page I'm going to do is this page. As much as I love this page, it's so detailed, and I might choose to do it, I might not. What I've kind of thought of doing in this book is, if I do start a page like this, I might just have it as kind of a warm-up page / working on it all the time. So I might just do a couple of bits here and there, but then do other pages like this at the same time. So I'm not sure, but the other thing I was thinking of doing was splitting the book into 4 and having the sections, and then saying, right, I can't move on to the second section until all the pages are complete. So say up to here was the first section. It wouldn't matter what order I did these pages in, as long as I got them all done before I moved on to the next one. So that is something that I am considering doing, but I do quite like all of the pages being next to each other that are completed. But then again, it's just such a detailed page, and I don't know whether I am prepared to do it yet, so we'll see. But I absolutely love this book, and oh, I will just put the piece of paper between this because I don't want the glitter transferring too much. I'm putting what's it called, greaseproof paper in between them. This wasn't for any colour alongs, was it? No, I don't think so. So now we have some exciting bits, which is probably still going to take a long time. So I've got my mum's picture that she did, and also my artwork for this month to show you. So this is the page that my mum did. I drew this one for her for July, so she's obviously done it a bit in advance. And for this, she used the watercolours as usual, and then used that pearlescent liquid acrylic that I was telling you about, especially on this shell, which I absolutely love. And then she's used it a bit, she's kind of watered it down on this shell, but she did make them look like other shells as well, and I really like it. I really like with the pearlescent liquid acrylic that you can kind of see multiple colours in it, and it works really well over the watercolour as well. So I think she's done a lovely job with that one, and I really like these ones where it's 4 small things on a page, so it's not too detailed either, which is really nice. And I think I've done about 3 of these for her. I think I've got a mushroom one. I feel like I've done another one, but I can't remember. But yeah, there are a few of these, so yeah, I really like it. Finally, I have my artwork to show you. So there's 2 parts to show you of this, and I'm just going to move the camera back because this book is absolutely huge. So this is my A3 art book, and you might remember that I was preparing for my final piece, which was the identity project. Now I think I'm a bit behind in showing you stuff. So this was the project that I was doing before the final piece, showing lots of interpretations of identity. And so I recreated some examples of their work. So first, the person I decided to choose was Kate Middleton to do. And I think I might have mentioned this. I might have showed these to you before. Admittedly, it doesn't really look like her. The other ones do look more like her though, which is good. But this was Gustav Klimt. Oops. This one was... oh gosh, this is really bad that I've forgotten. It's, oh yeah, Chris Trapner, that's it. And his idea was just using one pen and kind of scribbling and doing lines to create shading. So we have this one, this is Louis Jova. And I use lots of ink and things like that on this one. This was really, really fun. I use a Sharpie to do all her hair. And I really liked doing all the drip effects and things like that. Then we have this one, which is obviously Picasso. I was really happy with how the face came out, not so much the bottom half. I tried to try and do that, you know, kind of recreate it. So yeah, I was really happy with how that one turned out. And then we have Van Gogh. And that did take me quite a while. It was quite laborious, just doing layers and waiting for it to dry. But this is my project. So this was the Joker project. What I might do actually is just stand up and move the camera over the page so you can see it. So I took inspiration from the Joker, and basically I found these two pictures and decided to put them together to make this picture of Joaquin Phoenix. Got some examples here, and I wanted to explore different ways and interpretations of the Joker over time. So this is a pop figure. This is a comic that has the Joker on it. This is more, it's closer to what I envisaged the Joker to be. And then this is more of my actual art for it. So you will have seen lots of this before. So I took inspiration from Jean Ploss and his work, and he tends to use graphite. And my overall theme was kind of looking at Jekyll and Hyde and things like that. So obviously doing that in English, and I really enjoy it. And I thought that that would be a really good way of incorporating Jekyll and Hyde into this artwork. So we have the graphite, the colour pencil, and the gouache that you have already seen. So that's everything that I did in preparation for my final piece. I'm just going to put you back down a minute. And then for my final piece, I have only started it, I haven't finished it yet. And basically I'm doing a bigger version of the examples that I just showed you, and I'm trying to do it in more detail as well. So this is the picture that I have. So it's A3. And these are photocopies of my artwork. But this is my artwork so far. So it's not all blended together yet. And I've also shown this on my vlog. From further away, it looks more blended out, but closer together, it's not quite there yet. The eye is all done. It's just some areas down here, like underneath his nose and stuff like that isn't quite done. And what I'm trying to do is to create kind of the stubble. I've been doing a pointillism effect with the coloured pencils, and I'm using Prismacolor for this. So it is quite fun still being able to do colouring, but within art. So, you know, within my art project. So it's probably going to take a long time, and I'm trying to do about half an hour a day. Our final pieces should take roughly about 10 hours. So I think I've been working on this for probably about an hour and a half now, maybe 2 hours. But yeah, that is that so far, and I'm really pleased with it. The reason I'm only doing a bit a day is because I want to do my best every day, rather than trying to, you know, whack out about 2 hours a day and not doing, you know, not doing it to the best of my ability. So if I'm not feeling it, then it's the same with colouring, you know, it won't turn out how I want it to. So that is everything, I think. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I love watching them as always. They're always quite long as well, so I hope that's okay. But yeah, that is basically everything I have to show you. So yeah, if you have any questions or queries, things like that, please feel free to comment down below or email me. All my links are down below as usual. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching, I so appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.